Here's the story of a guy named Scotty and a bird named Piggy, who had a house full of rescue pigs, each one of them cuter than the other. This is how they became the Piggy Bunch. The Piggy Bunch. The Piggy Bunch. This is how we became the Piggy Bunch. Here's Ron and Gizmo. This is Ron and this is Gizmo, and I rescued them about a little bit over a year ago. They were living outside in a rabbit hutch in really, really cold conditions, and they were at Grandma and Grandpa's house, and when I went to pick them up, the grandkids were there, and they didn't seem like they could care either way, whether or not the piggies came with me or not. They couldn't even remember which one was Ron and which one was Gizmo. The mom was able to let me know that this was Ron, and he came first, and then they decided that Ron needed a buddy, and they were able to find Gizmo. But this is little Ron Weasley, and this is Gizmo. And of course, if you've been watching my videos, then you know that Ron had a really bad case of bumblefoot. Let me see, Ron, how's your foot today? Let me see. It's actually pretty good. He has a little bit of a swollen pad still, and kind of the skin on his paw is a little bit flabby because it had expanded so much, but it's under control. He did have one flare up, and that's why he's still with me as a long-term foster, but both of these boys have really grown on me. Ron's kind of a crybaby too, like Nate, but Ron is very affectionate, especially once he starts to trust you. Ron, it's me. It's me. What's the matter? He just doesn't like being in this cuddle sack with big Gizmo. Gizmo is a very big piggy. So Ron is very sweet, but sometimes he can be a little cranky, and he's been through so much pain, you know, with his foot and everything, that I don't blame him. And Gizmo is just a handsome, big hunk lug of a piggy. He's very, very big and very mellow. He's a little bit skittish, a little bit, when I clean the cage, you know, he's a little bit squeamish, but he loves to be petted, and if you pick him up and hold him, he just plops down, and he loves scratches. And whereas Gizmo, they both really love their scratches and their pets, but Gizmo is just super mellow, super chill. And both of these boys, they have, you know, they've gotten along very well for the last year. Ever since I got them together, they've always gotten along very well. But sometimes Gizmo will chase Ron. Sometimes Ron will chase Gizmo. They rumble at each other. Maybe there's some humping sometimes. But they just have a very healthy, loving, sweet, tolerant relationship with each other. Of course, they are in a 2x4 CNC cage, so they have plenty of space. They each have their own house, and I always give them, of course, tons of hay. They have 2 pellet bowls, and but they never fight over the water bottle. They're just they're just really sweet boys. If it wasn't for his bumblefoot, you know, I'm sure they would make a really great pair. I mean, if there's anybody out there that would adopt them, that was able to keep a close eye on his bumblefoot and make sure that his bedding is always, I have to clean the bedding. Every night I make sure to swap out the fleece in their bedrooms, and since they usually hang out together, the little fleece pads that I put in the houses, they get wet really fast because they both hang out a lot of times in the same house together. But I mean, technically, if there was somebody that I could trust, that I could adopt them to, I'd be open to that. But I know that the bumblefoot is a lot for some people, and it may come back, and then of course he'll need antibiotics and the daily bumblefoot treatment. But the more piggies that are my fosters that I adopt out, the more room I have to save more piggies. So, but I love them. I've gotten very attached to them over this last year, and for all intents and purposes, it's a big foster fail. There, I'm finally admitting it. But they are very sweet boys. They're a very sweet pair, and I'm really glad they're here. I'm really glad you're here, Ron. You too, Gizmo. Okay, here is Shrimp and Bengel. This is Shrimpy, and this is Bengel, and I just bonded them about a month ago, and they are the youngest and the most rambunctious of the group. Shrimp came from the Yucca Valley Animal Shelter, and Bengel was actually let go in Watts in LA with his girlfriend, and a neighbor who adopted piggies from us saw them running around in her yard and grabbed them, but there wasn't space for Bengel the boy. There was just space for his girlfriend, who is most likely pregnant. But I had a little bit of space, and I was hoping to try to bond these two, even though it was a long shot, and amazingly they did bond. So you can check out that bonding video right here. Very sweet, very interesting, subtle behaviors. It was a very cute video. But Shrimp is a little bit of a wild pig. He's kind of scared. But when he smells other piggies, he goes crazy. It's so fun, so cute to see. But he's still, he's kind of a scaredy pig. He doesn't really come over. I have to put the treats in the cage, and then he runs and gets them when I'm gone. Whereas Bengel, he comes up to me when I hold him. He's very calm. They're being very calm right now, but they don't have much of a choice. Okay. But Bengel, I don't know why he was, released like he was, but he does seem to be a very tame piggy. They make such a cute pair. There was a little bit of biting after about a week. Hey! After about a week, I did notice, actually, Shrimp, if you can see, Shrimp got his lip bit, and his side, he had a scab on him. It's been a few weeks since then, and there's no scabs, I'm happy to report. So whatever problems they had, I believe they have worked it out. Come on, boys. No, don't hide. Come on, I just want to talk about you guys. So they're shy, they're rambunctious little baby boys. They're teenagers, really. But they are so sweet. Come on, don't hide. Come out. But of course, they're not going to do what I want. They are wild and free, and so this is probably the best we're going to get as far as, keeping them on camera here. But I just wanted to introduce you to all my piggies. I'm still getting to know these guys, so I don't know them as well. Here, you guys can switch places. Shrimp is smelling some of the other piggies underneath. That's why I put this new fleece pad, because Shrimp can smell all and you guys are getting funky, huh? Come on, boys. So they are both very sweet. When there is space, they will be available at the LA Guinea Pig Rescue as an adopted pair, or if you just have to have them, you could message me through my website, and we'll work it out. But they are available for adoption, and I can't keep them because my place, I'm totally full. As you could see, I've got 12 guinea pigs here in this little room, and it's just me. And, you know, that's just a lot of work to take care of them and to make sure that they all have everything that they need, and that, you know, they're getting enough personal time. Come on. And I really am working with them to try to to tame them so that they will make a really good additions to your family. So actually, that reminds me, stay tuned, because Shrimp is such a scaredy pig. I'm going to do a taming video to show you some techniques that I learned from Saskia at the LA Guinea Pig Rescue, and some techniques that you can practice on your piggies. No matter how tame they are, you know, they could always, it never hurts to keep on doing these techniques. So come on out. So say goodbye, guys. So those are all my piggies. And again, this is Shrimpy and this is Bengel, and they're my 2 foster boys. So thank you guys for watching to the end, getting to meet all of my piggies, getting to know all my piggies. It's the Piggy Bunch. And we all have formed a family, and that's the way we became the Piggy Bunch. All right, until next time, thanks for watching. Don't forget BB. Oh, we can't forget BB. BB, you're like Alice, right? You're like the housekeeper. Here's the story of a guy named Scotty and a bird named Piggy, who had a house full of rescue pigs, each one of them cuter than the other. This is how they became the Piggy Bunch. The Piggy Bunch. The Piggy Bunch. This is how we became the Piggy Bunch.